Hello, YouTube! Welcome back to the third and final part of our Dude Podcast. And now, the great Quincy and I will be talking about Godzilla. Okay, so, who wants to go first? You want to talk first, or should I go?
Well, I'm really looking forward to this film because I grew up with the Japanese movies as well as
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, that one. The one that sucked, yeah.
So I gotta get this out of the way. There better not be any other kaiju in this movie.
I don't think there will be, but there are going to be a lot of familiar faces in this film. If you've seen Inception, you'll recognize Ken Watanabe as Saito, and there's of course Sally Hawkins, and if for people. What? And Bryan Cranston from people who watch not Mad Men.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, sorry.
Or who saw the Total Recall remake.
Halle Berry makes an appearance in it.
Ooh.
Oh, well, at least a black woman does, at least. Who looks like Halle Berry. Hey, you said no Asian stereotypes. I didn't say anything about black stereotypes.
Hey, I didn't say no Asian stereotypes. I was just saying if you had anything prepared, let me know so I can know how to respond.
Well, too late.
Okay, I like Godzilla films where Godzilla is a monster. I have seen both the Japanese original and the American cut of the Japanese original with Stephen Burr? No, Steve Martin, I think.
Did you ever watch the cartoon?
No.
I did.
So I like some of the other Godzilla films, except for the Matthew Broderick one, in the second and third reboot of Godzilla, when Godzilla is just a monster. You know, terrorizing Tokyo. I'm sorry, I just don't like the kaiju battles.
Well, apparently there are going to be... the description says that it's going to be monsters that threaten our existence. So against the world's most famous monsters... Well, actually, the description is, the world's most famous monster is pitted against malevolent creatures who, bolstered by humanity's scientific arrogance, threaten our very existence. And so, you know...
Are there kaijus?
I don't know. All I know is that there is a Godzilla. So...
I hope Godzilla is in Godzilla.
Yeah. I'm looking at the work for the guy who's directing this. He's done a couple of other films called In the Shadow of the Moon, which is a documentary, and Monsters, which is a 2010 film. I'm not exactly sure what it is, and another some TV documentaries. So this is his first really
new
big
territory.
Yeah, this is new territory for him. So I'm a little nervous that this because this is going to be similar to the Superman film, Man of Steel. This is going to be the end all be all of Godzilla films. This is either going to make it or break it.
Yeah, I mean, we've already sat through one.
Yeah, but that being said, it looks amazing. I'm a Bryan Cranston fan. I enjoy his work. He also one
thing I want to say, since this is in my mind,
yeah,
they kept the classic Godzilla roar.
Yeah,
which I'm so happy about.
Yeah, but
because I love hearing that ringing through my headsets.
Yeah, I loved hearing it like with all the other scenes playing at the same.
Godzilla. This is one thing I will say for Godzilla. He looks badass.
He does. I just every time I see the doors closed, I do this thing every time you see the scene of the doors closing, like, "Hi there, can I come in?"
Chicken McNuggets!
Chicken McNuggets!
Don't make me assume my ultimate form!
Have you seen that Snickers trailer of Godzilla?
No.
It's basically where Godzilla's like he's on a jet ski and just like playing volleyball and stuff. And he's like, hey, besides, and the one guy's like, Godzilla's a pretty good guy. He's like, yeah, but wait till he's hungry. And then you see the classics, him terrorizing the city, and then they throw a Snickers in his mouth, and he goes back to jet skiing. It's like, you're not you when you're hungry. I thought that was perfect. Just like that was a good callback to the original, and so I am, and this is for, like I said, the only thing I'm nervous about is that this guy, he's been nominated for an Emmy. He's got one Primetime Emmy. He's got 7 wins and 8 nominations. But as regards to actual cinema, I'm nervous.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, this could, like I said, this is a big thing for him because this could either make or break the Godzilla film franchise.
Well, in America.
And if this doesn't work, it means we have to go back to other alternatives like Gamera or
Gamera. Hey,
Gamera is filled with meat.
Well, the thing is, one good thing is they're not going to stop making Japanese Godzilla films.
No, they won't. But they'll probably make it look better now that they have the technology.
Yeah.
But this will. Well, I mean,
my biggest thing with this film.
If this works for him, he has a great future in regards to cinema. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, I would trust Kenneth Branagh more than I would with Gareth Edwards at this point. I mean, just because I know, well, I mean, probably not because he's a Shakespearean director, but I'm just saying I don't trust new directors sometimes.
My biggest thing is Godzilla, the original, both the American and Japanese cut of the film.
Yeah.
Quincy, do you know about the American cut of the original Japanese?
Nope.
For the original Godzilla, when they brought it over to America, they hired an American actor to shoot new scenes with body doubles of the main characters. So they'd have Raymond Burr, or whatever his name is, going like, "Oh my gosh, Kamiko," so there's a body double, and then there's stock footage from Godzilla.
Yeah.
I like the movies where Godzilla is a monster destroying stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I know I'm probably going to get some hate from people when I say I don't like other kaiju fights. I have not watched any of the modern Godzilla fights. I have watched, like the 70s, 60s stuff where he's in a rubber suit.
Yep.
So maybe it's gotten better. I have seen some of the newer Godzilla films, but I've actually watched a retrospective called Godzilla-thon, done by James Rolfe of Cinemassacre. He also is the Angry Video Game Nerd. To find the movies where Godzilla is the monster and the main focus, instead of other kaiju fights.
Yeah. So
I've skipped the modern kaiju fight stuff. Because at least to me, I always love the humans' interaction with Godzilla.
You'd like Gamera then.
Now, if, King Ghidorah was in this new Godzilla, and they were both attacking and acting like actual monsters, like animals.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'd be into it.
I want Meta Godzilla.
Mega Godzilla, yes!
The Metal Godzilla outfit, yeah.
But the thing is, maybe if this succeeds and they want to do kaiju fights, have them fight like animals fighting over territory.
Yeah, but the problem is if they do that, Godzilla's going to destroy most of the world in this film. So there's not going to be much more room on the Earth to destroy.
Hey, have them go to Monster Island or Planet Zero.
How's that going to work as an old cheapy campy film? Yeah, that works, but
I think they did. There was one called Godzilla Final Wars.
I haven't seen that.
It's a modern film. Well, it's like 2007, where they have guys in like kung fu gear fighting, like, you know, Jet Li kind of stuff, and then they have monsters fighting. They have Mechagodzilla, Mothra, Gamera. They even have Zilla, which is our American Godzilla, in that.
Yeah.
That is the only one. That is the only film I like with the kaiju fights, because basically all that movie is people fighting, monsters fighting, people fighting. It's awesome. You know, so they can do some kind of stuff like that in a modern movie, but I just want people to remember Godzilla is supposed to be scary. You know.
I'm looking at the cast of this film, and some of them are actually going to be in a lot of other films, like the Scarlet Witch, the person who's going to play the Scarlet Witch in Age of Ultron. She's going to be in the Godzilla. She's also going to be in the Winter Soldier. A couple of not a lot of other well-known names. Like it's a big movie, but it's not a lot of big names. That's what's interesting.
Well, you know, I'm one of those people who like actors I don't know in films.
Have you ever seen Devil?
No.
The elevator film?
Well, I've seen the Nostalgia Critic review of that.
I saw it. I actually liked it.
Well, I'm one of those people who like movies where they're actors I don't know.
No, there's nobody you know in that film.
So, like, a lot of people like to have movies where it's full of, like, celebrities in these roles. Like, what was that one? I'm trying to remember at the moment. There was this big movie where I can't remember. It was some kind of. It was something where they had these people, these like celebrities in like street clothes, and they were supposed to be like the everyday man. And I'm like, that's Christian Bale, that's George Clooney in this role. With something like this, I kind of like the idea of actors I don't know, so I can see the characters' interaction, rather than this is Tom Cruise being like, oh no you don't, Godzilla, I'll take you down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll go to the rating, since I like the trailer, but there's not really a lot to talk about in terms of...
How about destroyed planets? Because that's exactly what Godzilla's going to do. Or countries. Destroyed countries, I guess.
Destroyed countries.
Yeah.
10 destroyed countries out of 10.
I'd say 11. I have very good confidence. Well, I'm nervous. I think this guy's going to rock because the lighting was right. I mean, the original roar is there.
Yeah. Godzilla looks badass.
That's exactly
destroying stuff.
Yeah, and
my biggest problem, really, if I got to pick my only problem with the trailer, I don't want the entire film to be either like a red color or a dark brownish.
No, it looks like there's different lightings, like daytime, and the reddish I think is only was just kind of for the trailer. But I think,
but I'm just saying I don't want an over stylized movie here.
Like what? Like Sin City?
Yeah, or even though I like 300, there was never a part of me where it was like, oh, this is real life.
Oh, you have to see 300, the second one. I loved it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Director, I don't know your name.
Let me go back. His name is... Hold on. I gotta go back to this. Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards? Don't over stylize this.
Well, it's kind of too late for that. It's coming out in
May,
I think, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's gonna really distract me if it's over stylized.
Yeah.
remember Godzilla is supposed to be an animal?
Yeah. No, it looks like they're going to be doing that. And I like the fact that there's a lot of conspiracy into it, too, like nuclear tests or them trying to kill Godzilla.
I'm sorry, and maybe some people would call this sacrilegious, but my personal favorite Godzilla movie, or for American thing, remake the first Godzilla, but with Americans instead of Japanese.
And I'm looking at some of the writers, just to go back to what I said about new people, a lot of the writers that are working on this are people who were first big writings, like one of them. Actually, no, one of them. Well, there's a couple of them that are good, like the Expendables. The writer of Doom's in it. I mean,
the one with the Rock.
Yeah, the writer of that Doom like this, and also the writer of the Expendables, both 1 and 2. And what the heck? There's gonna be a 4th Expendables.
Yeah, we knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Seriously, really, if you want to make a lot of people happy, remake the original Godzilla.
Yeah.
With modern effects.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do that.
I mean, whether or not you do it with Americans instead of Japanese people, or just cast, a ginormous Asian cast with Americans and black people and Hispanics thrown in, do it. That's a surefire way that your Godzilla will succeed. So there are we're going to do 2 other podcasts we know. When Godzilla comes out, and when we both see Captain America 2.
Nice.
I'm not sure what the future holds for reviews for Two Dudes a Review.
Yeah.
Or if we'll just switch over to this podcast style. Any final thoughts?
In words go, the podcast or the films?
The films.
Of all these so far, I'm excited for Spider-Man, because I'm a comic book fan. I'm excited for Spider-Man 2 and X-Men. Godzilla, like I said, Gareth Edwards, new director. I'm nervous.
I'm really not looking forward to TMNT.
Not really, no. And it doesn't look like it's going to be a big budget film because Nickelodeon's in it. I mean, doesn't seem like they're going to be putting too much effects into it.
No. Nickelodeon owns the rights to TMNT.
I know, but I haven't really
They didn't produce it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Because I saw they advertised with Nickelodeon.
So, yeah, because they own the rights.
Yeah.
But they've had nothing to do with this.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I guess I'm excited just for the other 3 films then. But
yeah, Transformers 4...
We'll get to that another time.
Well, but I want to talk about this since we were just talking about TMNT. We're not doing a whole nother podcast. I'm just giving my thoughts.
Okay.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark and the Transformers!
Yeah. Good vibrations. I know Mark Wahlberg is supposedly a big-time actor now.
Yeah.
But the only thing I've seen him act in... besides being Marky Mark or Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, is Max Payne.
Which was a pretty good film. I like the video games a lot better, but...
Wow, that hurt.
Wow. What, you don't like the video games?
No, I love the video games. The video games are awesome.
I know they are.
That movie was my balls.
What's your what?
That was a terrible movie. They never did the slow-mo time effect.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I never seen it.
Okay, thank goodness. I thought it was going to have to
seen the film.
I have. I've seen the extended version.
Oh.
It sucks. And Mark Wahlberg, I can't even call that a phoned-in performance. That was like a by-post performance. So, with Transformers 4, you know what? If Transformers 4 is even as slightly enjoyable as the first one, maybe I can, maybe that will improve my thought of TMNT, like the future for it.
Can they get another? I know Peter Cullens is the original voice of Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
At this point, I would be okay if they switched up the voice, because I can't. Peter Cullens being Optimus Prime is what keeps bringing me back. Because I grew up with the cartoons.
No, I know, but I think he's even Optimus Prime in the new Transformers.
Yeah, he is, and that's what drives me over these things, because I grew up with Peter Cullens. So,
hey, at least we finally got a better voice for Megatron.
You don't like Mr. Anderson. Welcome back.
No, not the guy in the original.
No, you don't like him?
No, it was kind of a Skeletor-like thing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Bitches.
What's up, Prime? I smoke too much.
I smoke too much. That's probably the smoke. What? From my gun.
Because I am a gun.
Because I am a gun. You know what? That's probably him, the one who transforms his face into a gun. That's probably Megatron.
Mm-hmm. But, I am looking forward to the summer. I really am. But out of all these movies that we talked about, even Transformers...
It's sun, till my daddy be away. I don't know how the rest goes. Okay.
But the thing is, with all these movies that we talked about, the one I'm looking forward to the most probably is Days of Future Past.
Yes, and yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And Captain America!
If yeah.
He's got a shield and he's gonna save the frickin' day, yeah!
Yeah, I am excited for Captain America, but unfortunately I don't know when I'm gonna see that. Not because I don't want to, but I'm gonna be very busy.
Yeah, I've already scheduled it, I've planned it out, I've got the money, I've saved up for it, and I am just hyped!
Yep. So thank you for listening to our 3-part podcast.
Yeah,
thing.
Thanks for taking the time out of your life for this.
No refunds.
No refunds! Also for you! Next!
So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Even if you just clicked on the video for the movie you're interested in, thank you for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe to both our channels. And if you're interested in more of our stuff, check out our TDR playlist.
I'm sorry I've never uploaded past our first couple of... I don't think I've uploaded any of our reviews, actually, onto my channel.
You've put on our, first 3.
Yeah, and then I gave up for some reason.
But I got a TDR playlist. This will not have its own playlist.
Yeah. Because
it still is technically part of TDR.
Well, we should just put it just in case. It will take, a minute?
In an own playlist?
Yeah, just to create a playlist for it. It should take, a minute?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, bye!
Bye!
Jack Bauer is coming back on TV.
Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer.
I don't know.
Jack Bauer.
I had to say Jack Bauer so you guys could hear what Quetzby sounded like when he did that. Just kind of a funny little after note. Bye-bye.
Jack Bauer.